the big boys over in the Gold Cup as Guatemala and Panama both on the back of a win, trying to make it 2-2 and maybe guarantee the spot in the quarterfinal spots. What we're talking about, well, I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again in another video. Today we're previewing Guatemala up against Panama over in the Gold Cup. That's right. Both sides on the back of the win. Both sides trying to secure their quarter-final berth. Who is going to do it? We'll tell you in a second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Also, short for Blackburn Rovers, Gold Cup, World Football. We're going to all here under one roof. That's right. Guatemala beating the Reggae Boys. Panama beating Guadalupe. But who will come out on top in this one? Well, we'll tell you in a second. Big shout out to the members on the Patreons. You know who you are. But let's get cooking, guys. Here we go. Guatemala, Panama. It's all about it. Coming at you this weekend. Guatemala are coming at you via the preliminary round. They did win that back on the 25th of March, 2025. They've been here 13 times in the current rendition of the Gold Cup, 21 times in the overall rendition. They were back here 2023. They were champions back in 1967, the old school Gold Cup. But the best ever in this version of the competition, they were 4th place back in 1986. Currently 100 ranked in the world by FIFA, 106. My expectation was a group stage exit, but right now they are destined for the quarterfinals. If they were to get, I don't know, actually they got Guadalupe last, so it's definitely in their hands. This is the squad that's going to try and do it. We got the likes of Hagen between the sticks, Morana also compete for the jersey, Navarro also in the mixer of goalkeepers. Aaron Herrera, Samayoya, Pinto, Andon, Robles all compete for spots at the back line. Then we have the likes of Oscar Santos, Olga Escobar, Carlos Mejia, Eric Galumas in midfield, and Nathan Mendez Lang up there with Rubio Rubin, and of course Darwin Loam also compete for spots. And Loam leads the charge in this team. They do so have Hagen at the back, Morales, Pinto, Samayoya, Herrera, Ramirez, Franco, Munoz, Robles, and Santos in the attacking line for Guatemala. Coming at you right here, right now, off the back of that 1-0 loss. 1-0 win over Jamaica. That puts them in a good spot here. But next up, it is Panama, also coming into on the back of the win. Lose that one, then they need to get something, possibly a win against Guadalupe, the final match here in the Gold Cup Group C. Panama, though, standing in the way right here, right now, and a win for Guatemala will put them in a good spot. Panama, though, will look to secure the spot right here, right now. They qualified as a CONCACAF Nations League A quarter-final winners. They secured the spot back on 18th of November 2024. They've been here 12 times in the current rendition, 13 times in the overall rendition. They were back here 2023 where they were runners-up. They haven't won the thing yet, but they're looking to do it this time around. They're also runners-up back in 2005 and 2013. They're ranked 33rd in the world according to FIFA. Wow, wow, wee, wow. My expectation is a quarter-final position here for Panama, and they're going to use these guys, the likes of Oscar Mosca between the sticks, Lucas Meyer as well, competing for the #1 jersey, Ama Murillo, Jose Gadoba, Cesar Blackman, Eric Davies also trying to get in the mixer there for starting positions. But into midfield, the likes of Yesa or Cesar Yanis, Godoy in there, Albert Cascarilla, and up top, Ishmael Diaz, Eduardo Herrero, and Thomas Rodriguez all compete for spots there. But this is the lineup we could see, a back 5 here. But Mosquera between the sticks, Gutierrez, Andrade, Harvey, Escobar, and Murillo. Into midfield, likes of Diaz, Godoy, Martinez, and Rodriguez. Herrera leads the charge for Panama heading into this one. This is their resume so far. They're coming into this on a good bit of form, scoring goals as well. 8 goals scored in the last 2 matches, including a 3-0 win over Nicaragua. But the focus here is the Gold Cup. 5-2 win over Guadalupe to put them top of the pops in Group C. Beat Guatemala, they should be there. Jamaica then wrap up the thing, but they could take it easy, I would imagine. But Jamaica will look to take advantage of that. But it all depends on Guatemala. If they force a draw here, then who bloody knows what goes on. I've got to get the calculators out and see what happens. But anyway, this match coming out to the Q2 Stadium. Guatemala under Luis Tena in the dugout there. Just 1 defeat in the last 5. Up against Panama under Thomas Christensen. They're also looking pretty good. 3 wins on the spin. They do top the table with 3 points, as do Guatemala. They played 10 times these two in nations since 2005. 5 wins Panama, 1 win for Guatemala. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. Guatemala's one and only win was a 2-1 win. They got 5 goals scored in those 10 games. That's 0.5 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Panama have a 3-0 win on the record. They got 13 goals scored in those 10 matches. That's 1.30 goals a game. But the public vote is out. It is still early in the vote. Panama 75% of that vote going for them. Guatemala have 17% The draw is just at 7. The bookies, 15-4 is your Guatemala, 12-5 is the draw, 5-4 on is your Panama. They look hot to trot. They look favoured across the board. But what about me? I'm expecting goals in this. Panama have been already quite fruitful in front of goal. Guatemala a little bit more defensive, took their chance here. But I'm going for a thriller. It is the Gold Cup. It's what we expect. Going with 6 goals in, 4-2 win Panama, which doesn't rule Guatemala out. In fact, they're definitely in a good spot right here because they all got Guadalupe last. Panama would have be on 6 points, potentially Jamaica on 3 points. It could all go down to goal difference. So depending on what goes on in the other game, it could all come down to the calculators. That's my take. Let me know your thoughts and opinions as we look forward to this game in the Gold Cup. But until then, we are done.